Hello. So I thought I would do it slightly differently now because I've already done this video and erased the board and I put it up and I got a comment from a young gentleman or a gentleman called Edu. I'm presuming he's from Spain or Portugal or Brazil, and he said he couldn't see the board. And when I looked, I thought, oh, he's right. It just, the angle was wrong and maybe the colors were too light. So fingers crossed this works. I'm going to get a bigger board and try to do it face on, where I occasionally pop into the screen like this. So it's not about me, it's about this. So we don't need to see me all the time, which is great. Now, we are looking at past simple and past continuous, okay? Okay, let's get straight into it. Past simple. Regular verb conjugations are infinitive plus ed, or infinitive plus d if there's already an e at the end of the verb. This is why this is a problem far away. Work becomes worked. Walk becomes walked. Talk becomes talked. Live becomes lived. And change becomes changed. All right. So there's a video I posted yesterday, which is actually today. I'm recording this on Sunday, but posting on Monday. And there's a video I put up yesterday about regular verb pronunciation in the past. So talk about all those rules and those lovely details. Irregular verbs are conjugated depending on the infinitive. Sometimes there's two forms, like make, made, made. Understand, understood, understood. The third is the past participle. We'll talk about that another time. And then sometimes you have three forms: give, gave, given, break, broke, broken, and sometimes only one form: let, put, put. And there are many more. Okay, so let's look at some past simple positive sentences. I used black because it's clearer and easier to see, although I used orange here, and I hope you can see it, although maybe not. I went to the club. Past simple, completed action. She walked to work. Past simple, completed action. He gave her a book. Past simple, completed action. And we cooked lunch. Again, past simple, completed action. The great news is that the past verb doesn't change regardless of the subject. I went to the club, you went to the club, he went to the club, she went to the club, it went to the club, we went, you went, they went. She walked, I walked, you walked, they walked, we walked, he walked, he gave, she gave, I gave, you gave, etc. The verb doesn't change. Only in present simple positive sentences does the actual verb change. Okay, so that's good news. Now, negatives. It didn't rain. Subject, didn't, infinitive. She didn't come. Subject, didn't, infinitive. We didn't go. Subject, didn't, infinitive. They didn't leave. Subject, didn't, infinitive. I didn't understand. It's a D. Subject, didn't, infinitive. Oh, super easy. Questions. Did I forget? Did you know? Did he jump? Did it fall? Did they break? Did subject, infinitive. Did subject, infinitive. Did subject, infinitive. Did subject, infinitive. Now, look at this. You see? Broke is the past of break when it means break is another break. It's a different break. It's when you stop quickly. Or not necessarily quickly, but when you slow down a vehicle. And this is regular, so it's break, braked, braked. This is break, broke, broken. So I just wanted to make that distinction for you there. I think that's very simple. That's past simple. Now we will talk about past simple, comparing it to present perfect, because there's sometimes some doubt about whether it should be past simple or present perfect, but we'll do that in another video, okay? Coming soon. Now, past continuous. I hope you can read this, Edu, and everybody else. It looks light on the camera, but fingers crossed. Also, if you go to community, you will see pictures of the board, and this is just a still photograph. And if you have any doubts, if you can't see, maybe that will help you. You can see the board straight on. It's not a video, it's just a photograph. So if you have trouble seeing this, have a look there, and hopefully that'll fix the problem. Past continuous. The conjugations: I was, you were, he, she, it was, we were, you were, they were, plus ing. I forgot to write plus ing. Also, there's no room. Plus ing. Infinitive plus ing. Okay? I was working at 2 p.m. Now, the past continuous is like the present continuous for the past. Basically, present continuous is something happening now or in this period. For example, I am speaking to you. You are watching this. That's right now. Past continuous is the same thing but in the past. So I've used some time examples just to give you the details. You don't always use the time because it's usually in context. If it's not in context, you might use the time. I was working at 2 p.m. Okay. I saw you on the street yesterday around about 2 p.m. Not possible. I was working at 2 p.m. Oh, somebody looks just like you. Somebody else who likes to wear orange. We were sleeping at 11 p.m. I called last night and there was no answer. What time? About 11. Oh, we were sleeping at 11 p.m. Getting beauty sleep. It was raining all night, so all through the night it was raining. Okay? Negatives. I wasn't working at 6 p.m. I called your office at 6 p.m. I wasn't working at 6 p.m. You can say I wasn't working because 6 p.m. is in the previous sentence context. We weren't talking. You two, at the back of the class, go to the headmaster's office now. Why? You were talking. We weren't talking when you were speaking. So the context is there. We weren't talking at that moment. You wouldn't say at that moment. It's obvious. It wasn't raining this morning. For example, oh, you're very dry. Yeah, of course. It wasn't raining this morning when I left my house to come to work. Questions. Were you working at 8 p.m.? No, I wasn't. Was she listening? Yes, she was. No, she wasn't. Were they laughing? Yes, they were. No, they weren't. I suppose one day I'm going to do a class on contractions. I think it's very important. And I want to do that. There's so many classes I want to do, and I do classes every day, more or less. Usually every day, but there may be one day here and there where I don't, but that's what I want to do that very much. Now, that's for specific times in the past, but we also use past continuous when something is happening and something else happens in between in that process. The past simple, you can see that clearly, I think. Past simple action happens when a past continuous action is in progress. So the past continuous action begins, it's happening. For example, I was cooking, and then boom, anywhere inside this process, a past simple action occurs. Confusing? Shouldn't be. Watch this. I was looking. I was cooking when you arrived. Oh, I was cooking when he arrived, when she arrived, when you arrived. I was cooking, that was in process, and you arrived anywhere within that process. So past simple is the action which happens when a past continuous action is happening. The past continuous action must be longer than the past simple, obviously. She was sleeping when I called. Okay, remember this? She was sleeping when I called. She was sleeping. Ring, 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 ring. Okay, so she was sleeping when I called. I called. That was an action which happened during the process of her sleeping. and this is a very common use of past continuous actually. I was walking to work when it started raining. Okay, walking to work, no rain, walking to work. Ah, it's raining. It wasn't raining when I left. Oh, what a perfect example. It wasn't raining when I left. Was it raining when you left? So for example, I arrive at work, I'm dry. It wasn't raining when I left, but this person arrived from a different place. Oh, you're wet. Was it raining when you left? Well, it doesn't really matter when it started raining, but you get the point. That last little piece of information was kind of pointless, but there you go. So there you go, past simple and past continuous. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit like, that's very important. It's very, very good for me, and I appreciate that. Leave a comment if you have any questions or doubts, or you want to say something, and share this with anyone you know who's learning English, because it could be very useful for them and they would be very grateful, and that's a fantastic thing for everybody. Okay, so thanks for watching, have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon for another video. Bye bye.